One country is missing from the room here, and that absence is speaking louder than any speech or any statement. You're watching Times XP. My name is Vrityatri, and Gaza's future is being discussed. Maps on the table, money on the line, power carefully measured. But Turkey is not there. And in diplomacy, who is not invited often matters more than who is. So, why is Turkey left out of Gaza talks? This is not accidental, this is strategy. And it exposes a fragile, uneasy coalition stretching from Washington to Tel Aviv to Arab capitals to Europe. Start with the US. Well, Washington is trying to do the impossible here. It wants Israel on board, Arab states cooperative, Europe paying, and Gaza stabilized, all at the same time. But the vision don't match. Not on who governs Gaza, not on who pays to rebuild it, not on who is legitimate. Israel's position is firm. No Hamas, no repeat of October-style threats. Security first, always. But beyond that, clarity fades. Arab states have their own red line. They don't want to rule Gaza. They don't want to fund chaos. They demand a rule for Palestinian Authority. Without that, no buy-in, no money. Now enters Turkey, or rather its exclusion here. Ankara has openly criticized Israel's Gaza campaign. Their president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, has called it brutal, immoral, and unacceptable. Words that resonate on the Arab street but raise alarms in Israel. Turkey also maintains links with Hamas. Political, not military, Ankara says, but for Israel and the US, that alone is enough to keep Turkey outside the room. Here, the US knows this, inviting Turkey would upset Israel. Excluding Turkey upsets Ankara. So the US makes a choice here, and Turkey pays the price. But here's the problem. Turkey is not a minor player. It has influence in the Muslim world. It has leverage with Qatar, it has NATO weight, and it has a loud voice, specifically when it's angry. But by leaving Turkey out, the US risks creating a spoiler here. A country with influence but no ownership of the plan. And in the Middle East, excluded players rarely stay quiet. In the meantime, Europe is divided. Some want humanitarian urgency, some want strict conditions, most want clarity before opening their wallets. And Gaza? Gaza waits. Destroyed infrastructure, displaced families, no government, no roadmap. This is the core crisis, not bombs, not ceasefire. Here we are talking about governance. So, who runs Gaza the day after the war? Well, the US wants the Palestinian Authority back. Israel does not trust it, Hamas rejects it, Arab states want reform first. And Turkey? Turkey has opinion on all of this, but no seat at the table. So, what we are seeing is not unity, it is controlled disagreement, temporary alignment, and deep mistrust beneath the surface. The US-Israel post-war collision is holding but barely here, strained by politics, pulled by regional rivalries, and tested by every missing invite. Because in the Middle East, peace plans don't fail only because of enemies. They fail because alliances can't agree. And Turkey's empty chair is a warning sign, not of what has collapsed, but because of what could.